magnificently. But so has Humphries. He's played one fewer game than De Decker coming into the first round as an unseeded player, but in all of their matches so far, they have averaged over 100. Humphries stunning in beating Jan van Veen this afternoon. De Decker has consistently been around the 103, 104 mark. But numbers mean nothing. Look at what we've just witnessed. It doesn't make any sense. We have a stunning final session for you. And it is Luke the Nuke Littler, threatening to produce the greatest European Tour campaign we've ever seen, awaits the winner of this one, and it's difficult to call. Mark Wilson alongside me for it. It's got some 59 living up to do this game, but you kind of think that it might.
Yeah, well, it's got all the makings of another cracker, hasn't it? A little bit of revenge in the air for Luke Humphries. And as he said, Mike De Decker just seems to grow in confidence every time we see him, now that he is a major winner. I think the crowd in here is stunned. I think they'll be hoping for a few legs where there are no 180s, because they'll all have injured, tired shoulders from hoisting up those max cards, as they had to do a remarkable 11 times in that last game. What a game it was. What a day it has been. What a night it promises to be as well.
60.
Well, if Mike De Decker, whose major victory pushed him up to number 26 in the world, if he does go and win this tournament, that will do wonders, not for his overall ranking, but his Pro Tour ranking. And that could be really significant. When Dimitri van den Berg won the World Match Play, he got so high in the rankings into the top 10. You knew he was going to be in everything. De Decker isn't high enough for that. He doesn't automatically get in the match play or whatever. He's going to leave himself tops here, Humphries, which he does. So getting high in the Pro Tour rankings is really important for De Decker, and doing something like this weekend might be significant.
Yeah, well, there is the match. But it might be in vain, because Humphries has got an opportunity here to break, and an opportunity he takes at the first time of asking.
Second leg, Luke to third first. Game on.
Well, it's these final sessions where Luke Humphries often comes alive. He can be brilliant, of course he can, in the second round of the last 16, but it's the quarters and the semis especially where he just seems to do ridiculous things. The focus, the preparation, everything seems to come together better for Humphries than it does the vast majority of players you've ever seen. It was the European Tour where he started to establish himself as one of the dominant forces in the sport.
58.
Yeah, he's picked up a remarkable number of European Tour titles, and then set his sights a lot higher.
95.
Started winning major after major, picked up the World Championship, the match play as well, to name but a few. You just get the feeling after that defeat last weekend, he'll want to get his name on the winner's prize again. Ironic that they meet again here exactly a week after that great final last week. I was surprised. I thought De Decker might have had a bit of an emotional come down, because it must have been a heck of a week for him. And of course, he was in action earlier in the week as well at the Pro Tour, so he never really took time out to celebrate.
85.
Well, a bit of a slow start for De Decker compared to what we've seen from him so far this weekend, and it's not something he can usually afford to do
49.
at this stage of a tournament, let alone against the world #1. Great marker. Surely from there, just like that, 2-0.
Luke Humphries.
Yeah, both players averaging over 102 for the tournament. De Decker has been very good up to this point.
140.
He bounced back from an early break. First things first, hold throw.
140. 96.
You've covered darts for a long time. Is that last game one of the best you've ever seen?
97.
In terms of the standard, it's difficult to argue, and 11 maximums in 7 legs of darts. Highest combined average ever on the Euro Tour, highest losing average ever on the Euro Tour.
133.
No surprise that Michael van Gerwen features in a game such as that, but it's a surprise that he's on the wrong end of a 6-1 scoreline, but that's where we are in the world right now.
94. Mike, you require 132.
1-3-2 then. Well, the shot's on. It's very much on now. Is that a marker on the ball? Oh, he hit it, but just deflected away from the target.
Luke, you require 170.
He's already hit one of these this weekend. Not going to repeat the feat. Does leave himself double 15 at the marker of the treble 20, so stayed there. Just in the single. 4. Oh, he's busted his score. He's back to 25, even if he is allowed back to the board.
Yeah, that's an error, a big error. Getting closer. Oh no, 15. So De Decker gets a reprieve. Well, MVG is still the best, says the sign. Luke Little might have something to say about that. Double A. Nicely done, De Decker, and he's on the board.
3 clear darts missed for a 3-0 lead for the world champ and world number 1. Still the reigning Players champion, Grand Slam champion, match play champion, but no longer the World Grand Prix champion after De Decker prized the trophy from his grasp.
Yeah, like it was going to be a stroll, didn't it, for De Decker? Humphries came rattling back, and then
95.
De Decker found the strength to get himself over the line at the end.
Yeah, almost more impressive than if he'd just run away with it, with it being his first ever experience of anything like that. Never gone beyond the quarterfinals of a big TV event before.
180.
Another max.
$56. Luke, you require 86.
We need to stay on the 18s.
54.
De Decker needing a ton 40 just to get to any kind of finish. This leg looks done and dusted.
Yep, it does. But we'll just stick one in just in case.
180.
It looked done and dusted. And it is. 13 darter. 3-1 Humphries. Look, Luke Littler has been doing astonishing things all weekend, but every time Luke Humphries has got up on stage, he has done some incredible things himself. He is averaging in 3 figures for the 3rd consecutive game.
140.
Scoring brilliantly. Mike De Decker at the minute is not able to cope with it.
140.
No, he's not, but he's only 1 break behind, and that's what we're thinking. Get another hold of throw. Who knows what can happen? But Humphries is really going through the gears. It just felt last night when we had all the big guns later on in the on the card, one after the other, they all put in big performances, big scoring, good performances. It felt it was marker down time, and Humphries, that's just continued. Look at this.
180.
Here we go. Humphries clicked into gear. The darting machine. Lucatron 5000 in full operational mode. 88. 4-1. De Decker just being taken out of the game here.
6 leg and Luke to throw first. Game on.
105 average. 2 13s and a 12 dart leg for the world champion.
59.
It's almost like we've got 2 tournaments, because at the top of the draw, Neil Zonneveld is going to take on Kim Huybrechts. Zonneveld reaches the final. Not only will it be his first ever final, it will see him qualify for the European Championships.
100.
He hasn't got a holiday booked next week.
If he wins the whole thing, it'll see him in the European Championship and provisionally the Grand Slam.
91.
I was watching, though, both Niels and Kim sat at the same table, laughing, joking. You think, wow, you've got such a big game ahead of you, and they just clearly get on off the board. It was quite strange to see, really. it's fair to say that semi-final is not the one Dirk van Dijvenbode wanted to see. We're talking about him a lot because Dirk, well, his week could be ruined.
Yeah, I hope he's not watching tonight, Dirk.
85.
It's going to be a stressful evening.
74.
Yes.
But Luke Humphries, well, 27 off, so that's 47 left. Okay, 17 left.
58.
He eventually gets down to a double. The double 15 instead of the single. And Mike Dedecker, if he wants to get back in this game, might have to take this out. Can he get another in there? Yes, he can. Double 10.
180. Luke, you require
No double
16.
Dedecker. Humphries, double 8. Yes.
Game from the
5-1.
leg. Luke Humphries. 7th leg, Mike Dedecker.
Well, in this repeat battle after the World Grand Prix final, Luke Humphries knew what he was up against. He has rolled up in a tank, and Mike Dedecker has turned up on a scooter. And at the minute, he is being completely outgunned.
100.
Not been able to sustain the brilliance we've seen from him over the course of this weekend, and it has been a brilliant weekend for Mike Dedecker. But a sort of sobering reminder for the Belgian here about who the top dog in the world of darts right now is.
I think he would have expected this kind of response, wouldn't he? I think he knew this was coming. But knowing it's coming and doing something about it are two different things.
$96.
Don't think he'll take the shine off his week, that's for sure.
I mean, if he's looking for any consolation, if he does lose this 6-1, at least he hasn't wasted 112 average on it, which is the position Michael van Gerwen finds himself in.
It's not often you see Michael van Gerwen applauding an opponent when he's just got thumped, but he did.
To win the match, can't get the treble 19 that would have left the bullseye.
59.
Mike Dedecker, the same equation. Does he have an answer? No, he does not.
No.
87.
Leaves it handy enough, but Humphries to gain revenge for the Grand Prix defeat. He's looking at double 4, double 2 for a 6-1 win.
64.
So 2 match darts have been and gone. He can't believe that last one didn't go in.
We're going to get another leg out of this at least. Yes, we are. Mike Dedecker doubles his leg tally.
8th leg, Luke Humphries. Game on.
He's got a couple of legs in this. He's been allowed 6 visits to the board for both of those legs. And when you're up against the world number 1 who's averaging in excess of 100, you're not going to get that very often. He's only been allowed those when Humphries has missed darts at double. As you can see there, 5 misses over the 2 legs that Dedecker has won in this match.
Yeah, and at the top, Humphries has got numbers in every column.
177.
Another great visit.
$99.
Not enough. Humphries looking to tee this up.
$99.
Valuable last start.
Well, Luke Humphries closing in on a semi-final spot where he will face Luke the Nuke Littler with Neil Zonneveld and Kim Huybrechts in the other half of the draw. Tell me this isn't the greatest tour in professional sport. What a night. What stories. What a set of performances. Humphries isn't going to finish it just yet.
48.
He sat waiting. Will this be Dedecker's last visit in Prague to the board? A shake of the head, a realisation it's not going to be his
96.
night tonight. Luke Humphries then to set up an absolute banger against Luke Littler in the semi-final. Hits tops. It is revenge for last week's final defeat. He enjoyed that and he's going to let Mike Dedecker know. Great respect between the two. If you were going to offer Mike Dedecker 1 win out of 2, he would have taken the one last week. Let's be brutally honest about that. But it's all smiles, great respect between the two, and a great semi-final in prospect. It will be Luke against Luke. 2 big scoring, high averaging players going head to head. Mike Dedecker's great run is over here.